Welcome. This is the Couchsurfing podcast with your host, Tim. Yay! Today's guest is my dear old friend, Arild. Hello, Arild.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's good. Going great.
It's going great, yeah?
Yeah.
How was your day so far?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Came in from work at around 4.
Around 4. Did you get up early? Like, did you start really early to finish off pretty early, or do you work just a few hours?
I got up at 6 o'clock, and then I started my work time, or my shift started at 7:30.
7:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Till 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. So what else have you been doing today? Just relaxing, enjoying the Friday?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been playing Destiny for a few hours,
And Destiny, my dear listeners, is a video game. For those who don't know. Is that Destiny? I don't know anything either about video games, but is that one of the new games that you've been waiting for, that you ordered, like you pre-ordered at the shop?
Yeah. I've been playing that for 6-7 months or something, and
how's it going then?
It's going pretty good.
Cool.
Mm.
All right, so the idea with this whole podcast is to sort of meet new people from all over the world, and either discuss people who are traveling at the moment, that are on the move, or people that have been traveling a lot, or like Arild in this case, that has a big journey just around the corner that he's about to do. So, when will you leave for your next big trip, Arild?
I will finish my work here in Norway, Oslo, in the end of August, and then I'll move back to Sweden, and then I'll probably stay in Sweden for 1 or 2 months or something like that, and then fly down to Nepal.
Sorry for interrupting there. So 1 or 2 months in Sweden. What will you be doing then?
Just relaxing, doing nothing.
Okay.
Pretty much.
But we are in Norway. Fun fact, but we are actually from Sweden. And both of us knows that when you work in Norway, it's here where you make the money. So why don't you just go straight down to Nepal? Why do you feel that you have to relax for 1 or 2 months and spend, unnecessary cash in Sweden when you can spend them in Nepal?
Oh, that's a good question. My primary plan is to get my driver's license in Sweden. That's why I'm staying there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And maybe meet up some old friends and, doing nothing for 2 months and then doing something.
Now that you mention it, actually, I sort of like the idea of before doing something big, like a big travel, a big journey, just doing nothing for a while. It's actually kind of cool, you relax and do nothing before a big adventure. So that actually makes sense. So I respect that, and good idea to take your driver's license, but I'm not sure you should be go on driving in Nepal though.
I've been thinking of getting my driver's license in Nepal as well, but maybe I will do that when I'm down there.
Yeah, do you know if you need to get... Oh, you don't have a driver's license, but
no.
Do you know if you need a special certificate from home before you go there?
I'm not really sure about that, but it's a pretty poor country, so I don't think they have this really hard laws about that thing.
No, I'm just thinking because I think you actually might need an international driver's license. Like you need to update or you order something from like the National Car Association or something. At least 10 years ago when I went to Australia, I needed to get that. And you just ordered it and 2 weeks later it came and it just a small brochure really with your name and your photo, and it's like you have that with your normal driver's license, then it's valid. Your normal driver's license will be fine all over Europe, obviously, and in the States as well. But it used to be like that, so maybe you need to look that up before you hit Nepal.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So, how long are you planning to stay in Nepal? Total?
It depends. My plan is to stay in Kathmandu for a while, at least like 1 or 2 weeks, and then.
Sorry, that's the capital, yeah.
Yeah. It's
I knew that. I was just making conversation. Okay, please continue.
Yeah, so my plan is to stay in Kathmandu for 1 or 2 weeks, and then plan my trip and meet up with my idea is that I probably need one Sherpa to carry my stuff. And,
one slave.
And one guide, of course, because it's good to have, even if you can find a way easily by yourself. But it's a good. Yeah,
that sounds like a smart idea. So your plan is to have one guy carrying your stuff, because you're obviously gonna go trekking, and then you're gonna have one guy as a guide.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah.
So there's no way to combine those two, like a Sherpa / guide. I mean, the Sherpas must know their way, but maybe they're not as good as English. They're not as good in English as a guide will be. Or what are your thoughts about that?
I'm not really sure, to be honest, but that's the normal thing I've heard that people do. Just one guide and one Sherpa to carry your stuff, because the guide is mainly focused on learning English and communicate with you and tourists.
Yeah, I still think you need to shed some more light on this, because I obviously know you and know what you're going to do, but can you please tell us why you need a Sherpa and why you need a guide? What are you going to do?
I'm planning to go to the first base camp on Mount Everest. So the journey will take normally it takes 17 to 21 days, something like that. And obviously you need a lot of stuff with you, like food and clothes, and so that's why
and are you going to buy that at home and bring it over there, or just going to buy everything there?
I'm gonna buy at least the shoes because
we're at home before you leave.
Because I want to be sure on the quality.
You need good boots.
Yeah, and you can buy different kind of boots for your purpose. If you want to carry a big backpack or just a small one. It really depends how much you're carrying.
Yeah, but how long are you planning to stay in base camp? Like, how long do you stay? Are you just there do you hike for up to 17 to 21 days, and then you just stay there for a few hours, and then you go down to like the nearest village or cottage before the base camp? Or
it's actually it's some kind of meeting point, so you'll meet a lot of other yeah, people who are going for the top or the second base camp, and they have different kinds of goals. So I would probably stay there for at least a few days and try to communicate with people and asking them questions about their experience and their goals and stuff like that.
That's gotta be fascinating, man, to meet people that are about to actually try to climb Mount Everest.
Yeah, hopefully you'll meet someone who's going for the top, and
if not, maybe you can just, get really drunk with someone and be like, you should really go, I think you can do it. just get him up.
Come on, it will be fun.
It will be fun. You can do it. No, but so you're planning on you're gonna set up your tent in base camp, like do they have like a tent village where you just go up there with your Sherpa and your guide, and you just you can put up your tent here, and do you know anything about that? Like, will there be zones like these are tourists? You can put up your tent there, because I don't know about base camp, but it feels like it's gotta be at least like a football field. Like a soccer field, and this is just from the top of my head. I'm just imagining all this, but maybe there will be like an area like these are the tourists. You can put up your tent here for a while, and on this side, like you will see different camps of, with names, like with expeditions of different people and stuff. Do you think like there will be different areas? Like, do you know anything about that?
I'm not really 100% sure, but it's what I've been seeing in documentaries and hearing from other people. It's like, a small place with a few tents, and it's mainly people who are hiking, going for the top, who's there. I think they have this kind of police station close to the base camp, at least.
Why? Why do they have that? Like, for what purpose?
Just to because in there
are a lot of drive-bys at the base camp. People run and shoot in, and they use like ride on wolves and stuff, and just shoot up people in the base camp. So they need a police station nearby.
No, but the thing is that to go for the first base camp, you need like some kind of permission, and then you need you need a guide just to show other people that you're with someone.
But sorry for interrupting, but you mean what do you mean when you say first base camp? Like what does that mean? Because everything before base camp is just small villages. Like the base camp is base camp, or do you mean like camp 1 when going for the top after base camp, or you are still talking about base camp, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, you just had me confused because you said the first base camp, and I was like, is there a second? But there is just base camp, and then after that is like the ice fall.
Yeah.
This is just from the top of my head from seeing, like you, a lot of documentaries. But it seems like it's base camp, and then it's the ice fall, and then it's like 4 stages, I think, before you head for the top.
Yeah. It's something like that. I'm not really sure, but it's at least 2 more base camps. Till the top, or before the top.
No, it's 4. I'm pretty sure it's 4.
4, yeah.
Yeah, it's 4. Yeah, I've really been into this mountain climbing for a few years now. After I always lie and exaggerate my stories, so why not do it again? When I met the very famous Swedish climber called Fredrik Streng, who did have the world record no, the Guinness World Record, but there is something fishy about him. Anyway, you can look it up on Flashback because he has a lot of haters. Apparently, this Swedish mountain climber, or alpinist, as I think it's called, alpinist.
Yeah.
He did set a record like 2005, 10 years ago, and the idea was to climb the 7 highest mountains in the world in 7 months. And previous to that, he already tried Mount Everest once. I think it failed, but he did it anyway. But at the same time, there was this other dude from like Germany or Austria or something who was also doing this. And he might have even started before Fredrik Strang, and the haters say like he copied him and brought in Guinness World Records, because you need a guy to approve everything with you to get the record valid. And the rumor is he didn't cheat, obviously, because he fucking did all the 7 mountains in 7 months. Over like 4 continents or what have you. But yeah, the rumor is some other guy was doing it first and he completed it first, so he actually weren't the first guy in the world to do it. But I don't know if it's just rumors or that Fredericks was the only one that got approved, like official approval. Anyway, I met this guy, and I didn't meet him, but I bumped into him in the Swedish small island called Gotland in like 2011. I was really, really hungover. Me and a guy, we did a road trip around. Where did we go? We started in Gothenburg, then we went down to Copenhagen, then we went across Sweden to Gotland, where we stayed for a weekend or a week or something. And it was the day after, and I was really hungover, and we were just sitting outside this beautiful island in the sun at a cafe, just sitting outside smoking and drinking cider because we had so much beer, so we had heartburn, both of us. And this dude comes in, like really tan dude with a really, really beautiful girl. She was probably a model. And he just goes like a little bit arrogant. He's like, "Hey guys, are you gonna smoke anymore?" We're like, "Probably. Like, could you not do that, please?" And we were like, "Yeah, but we guess we're sitting outside, so." But and then he was like, "You know, if you mind, just don't, for at least for while I'm here." We were like, "Yeah, whatever, dude." And then we had the drinks, some more drinks. Obviously, it was after all 2:00 in the afternoon, and when you have a terrible hangover, you know, it's best not to let it sit. Just do something about it. Get on with it. But then he started talking to this girl. And he told, I could overhear him talking about the K2 attempt in 2008, I think. That got terribly wrong, where like 11 people died or something. And I was like, who is this dude? So after that, I started looking him up and stuff. So, yeah, I didn't meet him. I just bumped into him, and he was kind of rude. I'm following him now on Facebook and stuff, and he's a bit nerdy, but he's still alive, and, you know, one of our most successful mountain climbers ever, after Göran Kropp and Mikkel Reuterswärd, obviously. Yeah, I have no idea how I got into this. How did I start this? Where were we?
We're talking about Mount Everest and climbing.
Yeah, and he's the climber.
Yeah, so that's...
I have terrible memory, but how did I end up Yeah. So previous to that event, I had like a year where I just saw all the documentaries about K2 and Mount Everest, and I remember as a kid seeing these movies done by Hollywood about mountain climbing and people freezing their feet and fingers off, and even though it looked really horrible, it always fascinated me. Like, why would you know, put yourself into that position where you like risk your life or lose your limbs and stuff? And it was really fascinating. And then I accidentally bumped into this Fredrik Strang guy, and after that I was just sold. And since that, I've been trying to consume everything I can find, especially Scandinavian climbers, obviously, or live stories about them. And I know Fredrik Streng has a lot of seminars and meetings, like, you know, these inspiring meetings, like a company would hire, like at a seminar or a conference, you know, they will hire someone to talk about teamwork, team building, and doing stuff, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I think actually that dude Fredrik said something about that. I overheard him as well. I was really hungover at the time. But he said something. Maybe that girl was a journalist. Anyhow, yeah, it was something about that thing in people that makes you want to try and head for the top, even though you know you risk your life and you might not survive, and you still do it, which was really fascinating.
Yeah.
And so you hope you get to meet some of these people.
Yeah, it will be cool to meet at least one of them, or usually they're going in teams, so there'll probably be a few of them going for the top.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't really think that you're going for the top completely alone. I think it's pretty rare to find people like that, like Göran Kropp or this guy Streng.
Fredrik Streng.
Fredrik Streng, yeah. I think that kind of climbing is pretty rare. I think usually you're like at least 2 or 3 people doing that, and often more.
But I gotta ask you something. I don't know. I don't know how much you've been researching about this or looking up, but it feels like I might know a little bit more just about this thing. And I think I actually called you out with it before, but you might have forgotten. So which month do you think you would be at base camp? If you would guess now, like, which month would you be there? Like, are you planning on just chilling out for 3-4 months in Kathmandu before you go, or are you going pretty like first or second month, like November, December, January, or?
I think I'll try to go for the top on in.
Not the top, the base camp.
Nah, the base camp, of course.
That would be so funny. You were like, hey, you know what? I was just shitting you. I actually climbed Mount Everest. I was like, dude, I'm just going to go up to base camp and hang out with the Sherpas. And I was like, I've come this far, it's only like 3,000-4,000 meters more. The world's highest. You were like, I've done it.
No, but I think I'll maybe start the journey around November, December, something like that. It depends, but I know that it's only a few months you can actually.
Yeah, that was my point. What I was
yeah.
coming to, because it's only in May where they actually go for the top, because the rest of the year the weather is just not steady enough.
Yeah, you can see that in. I'm not really sure what that documentary is called, but it's at least the first filmed documentary of Mount Everest's top climbing, or what you should call it. But it's about this guy who's really well trained, and his girlfriend, and he is Sherpa, and she's just. I think she's an American or something.
I don't think I've seen that one. So this is a movie, or is it a documentary? And it's about a Sherpa from Nepal.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good story.
Yeah. It's on Netflix. You can check it up. And
Because the only one I've seen on Netflix that I actually saw recently was a remake of the first ever
filmed
No, the first time they made it, like the first two guys who ever climbed Mount Everest, it was one guy from New Zealand and one Sherpa, one guy from Nepal. It's kind of like Sergey or something, and the other dude is Wellington or something. I really don't know, but it was a remake of those two, so it was like, it was quite cool. It was obviously not, it was partly filmed on Mount Everest, but the rest was somewhere else. But they were the same clothes that those guys did, and like showed the events and explained how everything went down, and then they like put in pictures from the actual ascend. That was the word I was looking for. Ascend. Because believe it, ladies and gentlemen, even though we are really, really nice, I just fucked up the whole point. I was gonna say, even though we sound so cool, we are actually not English. No, so that movie I saw on Netflix was like a reenacting of the first ascend made on Everest. But I haven't seen the other one. But it sounds like something I would want to watch. Yeah. So it's a Sherpa and an American girl or something.
Yeah, I think she was American. I can't really remember her origin. Well, yeah, but I think it was like a total of 18 people who's carrying the camera.
18
people. Yeah,
that's a lot of people.
Yeah, so yeah, you can see it in the movie. They have like this great spots, and they are always ahead of the people who's climbing, or the main persons.
Obviously, because the Sherpa has been there like millions of times. If you find a Sherpa, he'll probably climb on Everest like 50 times. Like, the first time I was 4, my father took me up, and I was not supposed to do it, but then he was like, "Yeah, you can try, son. You're 4 now."
Yeah, so it's pretty cool to see that. Yeah, they are filming the whole thing from the first base camp till the top. Or they are filming their preparations for the base camp as well, when they're just
setting up camp.
Yeah, and the training before, they are biking around in.
Okay.
They're using bicycles. And just cycling around in. I think it's in. America.
So they're in the States when they're training and practicing for it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're from the States, or at least they are living in the States.
But I thought you said the guy was a Sherpa.
Yeah, but he moved from.
Okay, so he moved from Nepal. Okay.
To USA.
All right. I gotta check that out. But you don't remember the name, no?
No. I don't really remember the name, but it's on Netflix. You can just look at the documentary thing, and I think it's the only thing with Mount Everest on Netflix.
Except the one I just mentioned to you. I'm pretty sure, or didn't I? Maybe I saw it on the plane. I think I saw it on the plane to Dubai, actually. Like on one of those screens that are in the seat in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
But also, just total different thing. Like, when this podcast is over, can you please remind me to contact Netflix? Because I think we mentioned the names like 8 or 9 times, and we should definitely get them as a sponsor.
Yeah.
They're not going to get away with this for free.
It's a good thing.
The man's got to earn his dough, We can't just let him get away with that. We should get some sponsors, dude.
Yeah, hopefully sometime.
Sometime. No, but I was thinking, obviously you want to meet people who, is planning. Maybe you will meet people that are like up there scouting, if you can say that. Like, we're gonna make an attempt in May, and now we're just up at base camp, like just scouting, looking and thinking and talking tactics and stuff. You might, I don't know how long the preparation is, but I mean 3-4 months or maybe 6 months, preparation. But I don't know if you know anything about that.
It's very, very different because there are a lot of American who's, not trained at all, and they're going for the first base camp, and they're going with, just getting this Sherpa to carry their things, and one guide, and they're just walking up very slow, so you can go for the base camp in many different ways. You don't have to be extremely well trained or something like that.
Yeah, I heard about that, but you need to have some cardio, don't you? Because even if you're not carrying, I mean, you are walking.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So you need to have like pretty good lungs and be sort of fit.
Yeah, and you'll take a lot of breaks when you're above a certain. I'm not really sure about the exact height. You should just take it chill, but you'll reach a point when it's getting hard to breathe, and you will feel that through. You'll just feel that you're walking in a wall. Something like that.
Yeah, like you hit a wall, yeah.
Yeah, and
then you just gotta get a break. I heard you can get like massive headaches and be like migraine and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is that you will be hitting this wall, and then you can sit down for like 10 or 20 seconds and feel completely ready to go up again. But
okay.
But you will hit the wall pretty fast again, and
okay, so you just gotta.
So that's the weird thing when you're getting in.
Okay, so you take a break and then you feel like you're ready again, but then you'll just hit the wall again.
Yeah,
like your body will trick you, sort of.
That's the weird. The weird thing is that you will feel. Ready to go again, and
but you're actually not.
No, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's.
I just gotta tell you something else. I also just 2 days ago I found another thing on Netflix. Check out Netflix. Enter the code Tim's Couchsurfing Podcast for 10% off.
The first month is free.
Yeah, exactly. No, I found a great thing on Netflix. I saw this weekend, I think. It's about mountain biking. You should definitely check this out. It's called Where the Trial Ends. And this group of professional mountain bikers that are in Utah, I think, in the States. And then they decide to travel the world. Anyhow, they end up in Nepal, on Mount Everest.
Oh.
And they go up, not to base camp, but somewhere around there. And they just mountain bike down these big rocks and drops, and it's just insane, the whole thing. So please remember to check that. You should definitely do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, what I was going to get to is like at the base camp, you might meet people that are about to climb Mount Everest that are just scouting. But what could be really, really cool is if you meet or get to talk to some Sherpas that's been around for a while that are good in English, because they might have even better stories.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing now, but they might have like really, really dark stuff. Obviously, they've probably seen
a lot of dead people, yeah.
A lot of dead people, or know people or family members that either have passed or have also seen dead people, because that is, you can't avoid that on Everest. So I'm just saying the Sherpas might be have a really interesting story, at least one of them. If you can find one that speaks really good English and all. And because a lot of Sherpas work on Mount Everest, because when these big groups of American tourists climb Mount Everest, even, going for the top, that are sort of fit, but they're just rich and they pay a lot, and, that just throw empty oxygen bottles everywhere. So I've heard that it's like a constant repairing that I believe is mostly done by Sherpas, where people are up just cleaning because there's so much waste up there. There's so much bottles, and there's so much rope and old boots and stuff that people drop and just leave, and it's not like you can just walk up and take it down, like. But these Sherpas, I heard, like, are, I don't know, do you know if they have like people that are hired just for cleaning?
Up to a certain point, I think, but if you're really close to the top, things are just lying there, like dead people or
I heard that, like, there are some, you know, you will probably see people because they can't move them, they're frozen, like, and you can't like do anything because it's the altitude is too fucked up, and you're just too high up.
It's actually a dude who's kind of famous on Reddit, who's known as the guy with the green boots.
Really?
Yeah, and
wow,
he's a guy with green boots, and he's just lying there close to the top, dead, of course.
That's pretty dark, man.
Yeah, and he's looking pretty good, and yeah, he looks fresh, if you say
he's looking
something
pretty good.
like that.
He's got new green boots on.
He got the green boots, man.
Arild, you have to admit, do you have a T-shirt of him?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
But
we shouldn't joke about this, but obviously it's really funny that he has green boots and that he has his own Reddit page.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's just so cold up there, and yeah, his body's getting conserved, something like that. Yeah,
preserved, I think.
Preserved, yeah. So
it doesn't rot or do anything, or,
no,
or like it's still in the same shape.
It looks like he's sleeping. Just
really.
Yeah.
This sounds fascinating to me. I should look this up because he might look actually like pretty fresh, or like you can see his face, gestures or stuff.
Yeah, and everything is there, you know.
Do you know which year he passed?
No, I have no idea. Maybe you can find it on Reddit.
Yeah,
should be some information about him.
And now we should get Reddit as a sponsor on this podcast as well. There you go.
Just
folks.
farming sponsors.
Yeah, we just gotta get more and more and more.
Should we talk about Google?
No, can you please stop mentioning names now on people on stuff?
Oh.
Like, if you have to say something, you should be like, maybe you should contact the Playboy Mansion, or like maybe you should see if you can get the Red Light District for Amsterdam as a sponsor. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah,
I didn't say that. Can we cut that out? Do we have someone to cut it? Do we have someone to edit?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, if I'm able to learn this program, and
you will. It's Pro Tools. And there's another sponsor. Boom! Wow, we're just dropping sponsors.
Name dropping.
Do you ever think about that? Like, how often do we say names like that, like of big companies? We probably say it all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone probably says Facebook 10 times per day, or 5 times. Just the normal, I saw this on, or she said that.
Yeah, Facebook and YouTube and
Google.
Google. Yeah, that's a normal thing to just say that you should Google that.
Or Pornhub.
You should Pornhub that.
Have you seen this thing?
Midgets, you know.
So what is this guy called? The guy with the green boots who's down on Everest? You should just Pornhub it. You know, you'll get a hit instantly.
Just Pornhub the guy with the green boots, and you'll find some.
No, we don't want you to do that. And
Good stuff.
This podcast just turned very like man, like yeah, girls, porn, dead bodies. Too masculine, dude. We gotta get soft. But anyway, I think we have to wrap this up.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to hearing all of your stories when you come back from your big adventure in Nepal and, Mount Everest. Sounds weird to say Mount Everest and you or your name in the same sentence. It's just, for me who's been traveling a lot still, that sounds unbelievably cool.
Yeah. It should be
Mount
a great experience.
Everest.
I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, hopefully I will reach my goal and go up to the first base camp.
Yeah. I really think you will, and looking forward to catching up with you. We should do another podcast where you come back and just we need to tell. You need to tell all your stories.
Yeah.
And you could probably not fit them into one, but maybe 10 episodes where you just talk about your adventures, maybe. So anyway, dude, which month are you planning on coming back? Do you have that set yet? Or do you know, like July or like within a year or half a year or?
No, I don't. I haven't been thinking on, a certain date of coming back. I'll just
listen to that, ladies and gentlemen. What a pilgrim! He's going to Nepal. He's going for Mount Everest, and he has no return ticket. He's just gonna hang around and see what happens. That's a real pilgrim for you.
Yeah. Maybe I will stay in some kind of Buddhist center or something. But
sounds awesome.
We'll see. I'll just keep my mind open.
Maybe you will become a Sherpa and just stay on Mount Everest.
Yeah. That's not impossible.
Just wear screw these fancy boots you're gonna buy. You're just gonna be like, I'm wearing flip flops. I'm a Sherpa.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah. Anyway, nice talking to you, Arild. We're looking forward to talking to you again when you come back.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks. See ya.